Hey there, Low Brass World. One of the first buzzing drills I recommend to students, whether they're beginners or intermediate or advanced, anything, is to do a siren drill. You know those old crank sirens that people use for tornado warnings and all that? It starts real low and gets real high and comes back down to the low and back to high and all. I like to use that as a drill. So in this last year or so, I found a beginner player and challenged them to do this a little bit, and their beginning pitch on their horn was higher than the concert F. I mean, what was comfortable for them, right? The concert F is what they're going to play in band and all that more often, so they'll eventually get down to there, but their beginner pitch was like the F an octave above that. So I challenged them to start on that pitch that was comfortable for them on that F there that was an octave above concert F, and try to do the siren as low as they could, keeping their tone connected as they can. What you'll find if you have people do this and trying this drill is you'll have them, you'll find usually breaks in their sound where it's either nothing but air or just nothing coming out, and then they continue on and it starts buzzing again. So I'm trying to keep my embouchure the same and focus and my sound the same all the way through as low as I can, and then back up to that starting pitch, right? For beginners, that's how I would arrange it. Start them at what middle pitch is good for them, and then have them bend it as low as they can and come back, and then have them start at that middle pitch and go up as high as they can and come back. For more advanced players, I challenge them to start as low as they can, right? See if you can get a pedal buzz going. Go up to as high as you can and come back down, and then we reverse it. We start up as high as we can, go down and back up, all on one breath. Again, the goal being a consistent, steady sound and tone through all registers. I don't want it to change. To give you an example of what that might sound like to hear the breaks, I'll do the low to high to low. You'll hear sometimes they've got different embouchures set for different registers. So you might hear right, and that's not what I want. I don't want a break in that tone at all. I want consistent. All the way through, and then reverse that. Start high, come down low, and back up to high, all on one breath. Make that the challenge. Okay, so it's doing a couple of things. Yes, it's kind of building your breath capacity to see that go through that range and come back to that starting pitch again. But it's building your range in general. That's one thing that I think that helps build your range and the consistency of the range throughout your, as far as the sound in your range throughout your horn. So you want to have just as nice and open low register as you do the high register, right? So you can listen to that and you can use this drill as something that starts getting that going. And again, then for beginner students that might not have that range yet, while they're developing that range, have them start at a middle tone, and they may not get a full octave even in that siren down there and back up. They may just get 4 or 5 steps. And that might be good for them. That might be a strain for them to get that low and keep that sound connected, and that's fine. Kind of help them figure that out, then what note they made it down to this week, and then have them keep trying that every single day is what I do. And then by next week they've got another half step or whole step down that they can do, because they've continued to build that flexibility in their embouchure every single day. They're working on that, just even for a couple of minutes a day, and it will help. Their range will expand, and the sound on the horn then, because we all know, even beginners will figure this out eventually, I can play more notes when I put the mouthpiece on the horn, because I've got that back pressure and that resistance from the horn, than I can without the horn. But if I want to be a true professional player or a great player and be in control of all the notes throughout the whole register of my instrument, I need to be able to do it here on my mouthpiece without the horn around, right? So that's one reason I like to do this. Is the siren buzzing. It really helps expand that range and listen for consistency in the embouchure throughout all registers.